If you're a Mercedes fan, you must be sick of hearing the words sandbagging and the F1 world telling you how far you've fallen. But as the saying goes, the tallest tree always catches the wind.
Perez, and then Charles Leclerc, who's lost a couple of places maybe, trying to get back.
There has been discussion of radical changes in Mercedes with an alternate concept ready. And after Hamilton's brutal attack on the team, it looks like it won't just be with the car but in various places among the team. The last 2 seasons have been no laughing matter to Mercedes fans, but that hasn't stopped the F1 world from enjoying the downfall, with the terms such as they sandbag so badly they forgot to take the sandbags out becoming the norm on Twitter and YouTube, and not only on social media. Sky have also had a dig at Mercedes. Ted Kravitz, most notably known for his notebook show and feud with Red Bull during last season, was seen talking to a cockroach asking if Mercedes had a plan B. With engineers in close proximity, Kravitz approached the bug and started, "Has he got a plan B? Do you have a plan B, little fella? Do you know how to build a good Mercedes? Do you know how to build a fast car, mate? They could do with your help here." Yeah, we couldn't believe it either when we saw it. We're not sure if this is Ted trying to show that Sky are not biased. Let's just hope that this doesn't lead to a Mercedes boycott. Enough joking around, let's get to the serious matter of Mercedes and their car and team changes. As a Mercedes engineer, Toto's brutal assessment of the car would have been terrible news for you, particularly the design team, who I'm sure have put countless hours into the concept. David Coulthard called Toto out on this while speaking to Channel 4, with the former McLaren star having this to say: "I think it was brutal. This car's only been alive for 6 days, a few days of testing, 3 days here. I don't know where he's coming from with that," Coulthard told Channel 4. But yeah, they've got a completely different strategy with the side pods. They clearly have to try and follow the pack now, but that is like a big kick in the whatnots for the design team. While the engineers of the team are crucial to the success of the car, one cannot overlook the recent brain drain from the team, with Mercedes losing several key personnel to big rivals over the last few years. And further highlighting this is the loss of the great Niki Lauda, who is a great foil to Toto Wolff's pragmatic approach. It does look like change is afoot at Mercedes. When things get tough, it's easy to turn on your team, and one thing Mercedes will need to ensure is that the outside world sees no cracks in their current setup. They have been pretty united on one front, and that is that the car is just not good enough. The talented but frustrated Russell said that the team may need to suffer more before they go forward. So if we have to sacrifice some races or part of the season in order to have the opportunity to get a car that we can compete with in the second part of the season, then we have to do that. Or maybe even shift our focus already to next year. Maybe we should do the latter because we are clearly very behind. Lewis Hamilton released a scathing attack about the current car concept, mainly aimed at his engineers. The 7-time world champion has been vocal but supportive so far with the team. But with contract talks being put on hold after Mercedes have shifted progress, you do begin to wonder if Hamilton is not just getting over the whole situation at Mercedes and may either be looking to move or hanging up his helmet. We think he will fight it out, but when talk begins to talk, it's not a good sign. And his recent statement really gives you insight into how the champion feels after last season and how this season has started, saying engineers need to own up and that he was right about the concept of the car. He told BBC's Checkered Flag podcast, "Last year I told them the issues that are with the car. Like, I've driven so many cars in my life, so I know what a car needs. I know what a car doesn't need. And I think it's really about accountability. It's about owning up and saying, yeah, you know what? We didn't listen to you. It's not where it needs to be, and we've got to work. We've got to look into the balance through the corners, look at all the weak points, and just huddle up as a team. That's what we do." Clearly, Hamilton is frustrated, and we don't blame him. The man is chasing a record-breaking championship and is frankly used to winning. Many people have called into his age, saying that eventually this will catch up with him. This may be partly true, but you cannot say that he becomes a bad driver overnight. Look at how Alonso is now performing for Aston Martin with a competitive car. I will leave my judgment on Lewis till the end of the season. One thing that is happening at Mercedes is the team are trying to reverse the brain drain with not 1 but 2 appointments within the team. The first being a rather shrewd appointment at Mercedes. According to the Italian branch of motorsport.com, Mercedes is to make a major change to the team's structure. Former technical director James Allison will be brought back to the team to solve Mercedes' recent problems. Allison's CV speaks for itself. After his 2017 design was utterly dominant, the Silver Arrows, and after his move to Mercedes' sailing department, the team has not been the same. And Mike Elliott looks like the man that will be replaced by Allison, as the improvement in the Aston Martin car looks to be the last straw for Toto Wolff as he wields the axe at Mercedes to improve things. The second appointment is a rather interesting one and looks to be taking a leaf out of Aston Martin's book, as Mercedes are employing a former Red Bull employee, and according to reports, she is extremely close to Horner. The appointment is none other than Red Bull's former HR director and COO Jane Poole. With Autosport reporting, she has been signed as a senior advisor. We get it, you're probably asking yourself who and what is her role. Don't worry, we did too, and actually it looks like she will have a rather crucial role at Mercedes, in particular as they look to embark on this new journey with the W14. Poole is set to work closely with Wolff and offer advice on infrastructure and strategies for working under the budget cap. Her arrival comes at a crucial stage for Mercedes as they look to get back former glories, and Poole comes with an excellent reputation, having worked closely with Horner and Red Bull in their most dominant time. Could give Mercedes the insight they need to push forward and begin to compete again. It is not all doom and gloom for Mercedes, as according to Wolff, the team have started on the new concept. The alternate concept is already in the wind tunnel, and contradictory to what most people think, it is not just the side pod concept that is the problem with the Mercedes, but multiple issues, and it's more than just what spectators see. It's been done in the wind tunnel, but it's not just about the side pods or how the car looks from the outside. He said, as per ORF, we have to dig into the data and decide which direction to go in. The Austrian was more somber about the outlook and looks to be taking an approach closer to what George Russell is thinking. The Mercedes are about a year behind, but will need to sacrifice some of this year to get it right. We've lost a year in development in order to have a steeper development curve, and you just need to take these decisions. Aston Martin took that decision and they came back strong. So if we start from our base, maybe we can come back strong and chase the Red Bulls. That's the ambition, he said. Many have questioned how Mercedes will make this season work, with the team clearly confused in what direction they have to go in, and they will be hoping that Allison can bring some calm to the Mercedes storm. Damon Hill has been pretty adamant that Mercedes won't be able to change it around this season, having this to say to Sky. He told Sky Sports News, with the cost cap involved in From 1 now, they can't just go back to the factory and spend a lot of money and redesign a car, because that will also imply they have to abandon what they think they know and go and follow others who have gone in a different direction, and they don't have any information on all of that. They don't have the wind tunnel knowledge. So, bit of a problem now for Mercedes. They might have to just plug on with what they've got and prove everyone wrong with their design. What do you think? Can Mercedes turn it around? Comment below.